Hi kids, it's me, Nicky, and this week we're talking about minorities. Yes, minorities. Guess what? I have a secret. I am one. You wouldn't be able to tell because of my white skin, but I am actually Lebanese. Call me an Arab. And I have roots in Mexico because my mother was born and raised there and my entire family is there. And I've spent all my childhood every summer over there. So I'm very connected to that culture as well as the Lebanese culture because I grew up in Ottawa where it's full of Lebanese. Hot tip, if you live in Toronto, do not eat a shawarma. I'm sorry, but white people do not know how to eat shawarma. They make horrible ones here. There is not a high enough concentration of Lebanese people here to make a decent one because no one's calling them out on their shit. You have to go to Ottawa or Montreal, Halifax, maybe even Windsor, because there are a lot of Lebanese people there and they're doing it right. Okay? So that's your education for the day. My perspective, I must say, on the whole minority thing is a little bit skewed because I never, growing up and even today, I never really, my eye was never on the issue. It was never on the problem. It was never on the inequality or the harassment, anything like that. It just happens that I wasn't exposed to it very much because what I would see when I would watch the media was always I would pay more attention to the minority. Growing up watching Saturday Night Live, I was all about Jan Hooks. I was all about Victoria Jackson. I was all about Sherry O'Terry, Ellen Cleghorn, Delta Delta Delta, can I help you? Melanie Hustle. I always connected to the women. I watched the Golden Girls, Roseanne, like those were heroes. Stand-up comedians. I was all about Wendy Liebman, Paula Poundstone, Judy Gold, Margaret Cho. There's so many male comedians out there, but I didn't care about any of them. It was all about the women. Same with ethnicities. I grew up watching Different Strokes, Different World, Cosby Show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There were a lot of shows for me to watch where I was exposed to, I mean, I want to say many different races, but really it was just black. There weren't a lot of shows for Asian people and Southeast Asian, Latino. So, interesting. So I'm sorry for them, very sorry for them. But I was surrounded by a lot of those people in school. Ottawa was a very multicultural city. There were Muslims, there were, my area had a lot of Somalian people, high concentration of Lebanese people. You would see all types. So I was exposed to a rainbow of humans, and that's where my perspective comes from. I pay more attention to the broad scope around me than I do to oh, there's a white man. Oh, a white man's getting this job. I never really saw that because I always saw everybody getting jobs. You know what I mean? Am I making any sense to you? Listen, this is a tough topic because I am not a political person and I feel like this should be a political subject. So those are just my 2 cents for you. I just encourage everybody who has a political consciousness not to seek out hate, not to seek out injustice and that, because yes, oh my God, there's so much injustice and it should be fought. However, I feel like people are picking on, there was a Gap ad recently where there were 4 girls, 3 of them were white, 1 of them was black, and the black one was wearing a pink shirt that said love and was like posing like this, and then the 3 white girls were around her, and one of them was posed with her arm on her head. People blew up about it, saying that it was showing white people like dominating the black race, and because she had to have her arm, she was using the little girl as an armrest. But I didn't see that when I looked at the image. I saw a powerful black girl in a powerful stance. I was not paying attention to anything around her, and I think that's what I'm talking about, is that I have a different perspective as other people because I see that ad and I go, look at that powerful black girl. And then another community will look at that ad and go, look at that girl being taken down a few notches by these dumbass white bitches. And yeah, white people are fucking idiots a lot of the time. I don't know if that particular one was the case, because that little black girl was killing that photo shoot. I have a black niece and nephew who I love so much. So I'm very tuned into seeing something like that and thinking, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We all have different perspectives on where we're coming from. I just want everybody to find the love and find the like, yes, you go, and applaud the people who are doing it well, as opposed to pointing out all the things that are wrong. Although, is it even the solution? Because if we don't point out the things that are wrong, nothing will ever get fixed. This is so tricky. I'm just saying not everything is a problem. Pick and choose your battles. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, bye.